All right, this is our new type of lesson in Geometry 1-11. We're talking about unknown angle of proofs. So we know these facts. Every single fact in this lesson, you know that it's true, but today we're going to prove them. Some of them we've already done before. For example, we know that A and B are the same measure, and we know that B and C are the same measure. We're going to be talking about why. Let's get some definitions really quick. So, proof. You're writing this down with Mr. Sindel. This is an explanation of a statement using logical, ordered facts known to be true. I should see every single person writing this down verbatim. If I don't see your pencil moving, that's a problem.
What is verbatim from our?
The same exact. You copy it as it's shown up here. Yep. So known to be true. So you can only base things that you know to be true. You can't just jump ahead and say, oh, well, I know that's 360 degrees for some reason. It's like, well, how did you get that? You have to go step by step. Okay, and then a theorem. I'm going to be using the word theorem today. I want to make sure that you know what I'm talking about. This is a statement with a proof. It's that easy. So we only have two theorems right now. These are things that we've proven in other lessons. We know that A and B, the measure of A, the measure of B, are the same. Why? Quiet raised hand. Ellery. Vertical angles. Vertical angles are equal. That's the theorem. Over and over again, you're going to be writing vertical angles are equal. So for those of us that are curious, what do I write on the right-hand side of my proof when I know it's vertical angles? You write this. You can write it exactly. You can write the word equals instead of the symbol for equals, but that's how you write it. B and C, why are they equal? Quiet raised hand. And let me come back and switch over here to geometry so that I can give Ellery her XP.
Do I get XP for turning out the lights?
No. All right, so quiet raised hand. Why are B and C the same measure, Caroline? They're congruent. Why? By what theorem? There it is. Alternate interior angles. So write it down. By alternate interior angles, those alternate interior angles are equal. Why is this word? Okay, Caroline, there's your 50 XP. Those are theorems that you know how to use. We knew that we could use them because I have parallel lines here. Those little arrows mean that they're parallel. Let's move on to another proof. We have to get through a lot of proofs today. So we have this given statement, AB, this line right here, and CD. They are parallel because I tell you that they're parallel. I need you to prove that X and W have the same measure, that this X, this W have the same measure. How are we going to do that? Only using the theorems up here that we have currently proven. All right, I need someone to help me set up the beginning with our givens, someone to end with a therefore. This is the easier part. There should be new people participating or people that normally don't participate. This is the same thing over and over. What's our given? What's our therefore? Caroline has already participated. I want to get someone new. Colby, go for it.
Line segment AB is parallel to line segment CD.
AB is parallel to line segment CD. And you said that perfectly, and our reasoning is given. Thank you. And did I give Caroline her XP? I did, okay. So this is going to be Colby. Now you're good, Colby. Okay, I need a therefore. Someone help me write my therefore statement at the very end. Anna. X is equal to the measure of angle W. And we don't know why, but there it is. Thank you, Anna. All right. Now we need to get this middle portion only using these facts. How am I going to do that? Be thinking about it. How are we going to do this? Beverly, have I called on you yet today? Let's do it, Beverly.
Measure of angle X is equal to the measure of angle Z.
Why? There it is. Alternate interior angles are equal. Beverly has just told us that this x and this z are the same because we see this z. We see the inside of the z. Inside of the z always means alternate interior angles are equal. All right, we're almost there. We have one line here and then a reasoning here, and we're done. What else do I write, India?
You can write the measure of angle Z is equal to the measure of angle W because of vertical angles.
W because of, so vertical
Are equal.
angles are equal. Thank you, India.
And there's bulb.
So we have our chain. We have constructed our proof. It's a logical ordered facts. Here is the order. We know that we have parallel lines, which allows us to use alternate interior angles. So we've now said this is equal to this. And in the next step, we said that this is equal to this, which means now that this is equal to this. X is equal to W. We just need to say that we're switching things around. So what is my final reasoning right here that we've done over and over and over and over
Over.
and over? Lorea? Substitution. Property of equality. And you can abbreviate as much as you want. Substitution property of equality, that's how I wrote it there. Lorea, thank you for giving me that. And we're done. There's our proof. Now that we've proven this, this is now a theorem. This is now a theorem that X and W are the same angle. We had the statement before. It used to be a statement. A statement is without a proof. Once we have a proof, it becomes a theorem. That's how we transform a statement to a theorem. This is a theorem now. X and W, X and W. These two angles have the same measure. And you know the statement already. Why? What is the statement that I write here? What is the new theorem?
Why not?
What is the theorem? What is the name of it? That these two angles, X and W, are the same. The same measure. India.
Corresponding angles are
Yep.
No, it's not that.
Corresponding angles are congruent. I ran out of room. Oops. Congruent. And maybe I can just come back here and just do the symbol for congruent, like this. There it is. Corresponding angles. This was corresponding angles. So this is something that needs to be in your toolbox for the rest of the unit, for the rest of the year. When I move an angle, I'm just moving it. I'm sliding it along this line segment EF. That's corresponding angles. This is now a theorem. So thank you, India. India has now participated twice, so India, you're gonna have to help people around you to participate. All right, we're gonna do another theorem. We have a statement. We know that BGH, this angle right here, plus DHG, this angle right here, these two angles, if I add them up, it is 180 degrees. Quiet raise hand. What was that statement's name? They are on the same side of the transversal. They are both on the right-hand side. Maybe that will unlock what you're trying to find, Caroline.
Same side interior.
It was same side interior. So we know that once we prove this, we are going to have same side interior, which we abbreviated as SSI. Oop, not SSS. SSI. All same side interior angles are supplementary. And I'm just going to say supplementary here. That they add to 180 degrees. If you don't like the word supplementary, that means it adds to 180 degrees. That's the theorem that we're eventually going to get. So far, it's just a statement. It doesn't have a proof. We are going to give the proof and transform the statement into a theorem. Theorem is the rock bed of all of mathematics. Well, technically, it's axioms. Axioms build theorems. Let's build this theorem. What is my proof going to start with? What is it going to end with? Someone help me out.
What's SSI? Oh.
Same side interior. Good question. All right. So, Beverly, did you just answer that one? Who was it? Caroline? All right, Caroline, you have participated twice, so you need help other people around you. All right, Lorea, go for it.
line segment AB
Line segment AB is parallel to line segment CD. And how do we know that, Loria? It is given to us in the question. Thank you, Loria. You have participated twice now, so help other people to participate around you. You're good for the day. What else can I write? I can write my conclusion. Can someone help me write my conclusion? Leo, you got this? Therefore, B, G, H equals measure of angle DHG. And we don't know why that is, but thank you, Leo. We'll eventually get that reasoning. Leo's participated once now. All right, so how am I going to chain these two facts together? What is some more information from the diagram that I can get? Colby.
Therefore, it's not correct. Wouldn't it be angle BHG plus angle DHG equals 180?
Oh, so we should change this. Okay, so let's change that to plus measure of angle DHG is equal to 180 degrees. I should have given more room on the left-hand side. That's okay. So Colby, you not only get the 50 XP, but you also get the student catching error. Where is that one? Right there. Thank you, Colby. Those two add up to 180. They're not equal. They add up to 180 because they're supplementary. Okay, so what's my next step? Jaden has a sudden realization. It's...
Oh, wait, what are we doing?
We're trying to prove that these two angles add up to 180 degrees. We know that these are parallel lines. We know that these are parallel lines. What's up?
What am I supposed to be saying?
Yeah, how do I link these together?
Link which ones?
The fact that these are parallel gives us somehow that these two are now supplementary.
I'd like to call on Aurelia for help.
Aurelia, you want to help him out?
I don't know.
Aurelia, you're calling someone else. Quiet raised hand. Aurelia's going to call on you. Quiet raised hand. What am I going to say? If you have participated twice, you can no longer raise your hand.
So yeah, measure of angle CD.
Measure of angle CD.
I would like to call on my team for help.
Call on somebody else.
I'd like to call on Oscar for help. I'd like to call on Leo for help. I'd like to call on Samantha for help.
I'd like to call Beverly for help.
Beverly's already participated twice.
Keep it going.
At seating.
From now on, you are only allowed to call on people that have a quiet raised hand. So, Aziri, if you can't answer it, call on someone with a quiet raised hand. You either answer or call on someone with a quiet raised hand. Does anyone have an idea to start this one? No, you have to call on. You have to call on someone with a quiet raised hand. So you can either call on Ellery or Anna. Anna, go for it, Anna.
So, I'm not sure if this is right, but, so, we can label the angle,
CHF, this one?
Yeah. Turn it into another angle.
Okay.
And that would be alternate interior. So, that would mean, or like, BGH.
Alternate interior with this one?
Yeah. Or
Okay.
no, the one on the other side.
On this side?
Right there.
That's not quite alternate interior,
Alright.
but it's a good attempt. You still get the XP. All right, we're going to open it up to people that have already participated twice. Beverly, go for it.
That's not part of the rules.
So, let's call it that equal.
No,
Okay.
it's not that.
The BGH angle right there.
This angle right here?
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
No, it's not that.
Okay, please don't interrupt her.
And then mark the DHG angle too.
DHG angle, these two angles.
Okay. So that the B. Can we just like name that A or something?
This one A?
Yeah.
Okay,
And now B.
okay.
Okay. And then there's the GHC angle.
GHC.
Next to
Yep, what do you want to label this one?
Yeah, that one is that measure is equal to the measure of angle A.
C and A are the same?
Yeah,
Why?
because of alternate interior.
Okay, so we labeled our diagram. Make sure you label the diagram as we have just done so right here, and we'll say that again. Just tell me what to write, Beverly.
So the measure of angle A is equal to the measure of angle C because of alternate interior angles are equal.
And this is why I get lost. Okay,
We have just added additional letters, nothing hard about that. And Beverly has seen that this angle right here and this angle right here are the same. And Jaden, the reason for that is because all the way up here, we told you that B and C are the same. That looks like what's going on here. It's the inside of the Z. A and this angle C are the same because B and C are the same. That's called that's called alternate interior angles. Oh gosh.
You messed up.
I don't know why it does that. So, Beverly, you got XP, thank you. Someone else, anyone at all, even if you've participated twice, help me out. What's next? India.
So, angle B would be equal to angle AGH because of alternate interior as well. AGH.
AGH. So this angle right here.
Because of alternate interior.
So I agree. And how's that going to help us with our proof? What's your plan?
I'm happy with that because you can now look at angle A and that the angle D
We'll call it angle D.
are going to be supplementary, and angle C and B are supplementary, and then you can use the substitution property of equality.
I see. Okay, so let's go ahead and write that down. Tell me what to write, India.
Okay, so first you're going to have to write the measure of angle B is equal to the measured angle D,
And we know that because,
alternate interior.
and it's the same reasoning, so I'm just going to go like this.
49.
You want me to keep going?
Let's see if someone can follow that chain of logic. Ellery, can you follow that chain of logic?
Well, the way I did it, I skipped that step and I just went straight to the measure of angle C plus the measure of angle B equals 180 degrees.
That's going to be part of India's step anyway, so let's go ahead and write that down. Tell me what to write.
The measure of angle C equals, or plus the measure of angle B equals 180 degrees.
Why do we know that?
Because linear pairs form supplementary.
Yep, linear pair forms supplementary angles.
And then from there you just use the substitution property of equality. Okay, you're there.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. And before I move on too far, Ellery, there's your XP. So let's look at this. We're trying to somehow transform, or again, this BGH, we call BGHA. So let's go ahead and write A above this. This is A, and DHG is B. We somehow need to say A plus B equals 180. Well, I have something equal to 180. C plus B equals 180. Can I somehow switch out this C and B to an A and B? Can I somehow substitute this for an A? If I have that, then I'm done. Colby, talk to me.
You can because A equals C.
A equals C. We said that right here, that A equals C, so I can substitute this C for an A, and then I have the statement. So how am I going to say that for my reasoning over here, Colby?
Substitution property of equality.
There it is. Substitution property of equality.
Where are we at? Understood.
That was rude to the teacher. You lost HP. Thank you, Colby. Even if it was in jest, please don't do it anymore.
Wait, how much was it? How much was I lose?
It was rude, so it's 15. Oh wait, that's Colby.
Yeah, but really.
What did I do?
Beverly, can you use protect? You can. Beverly, you're going to use protect. And then let Jaden take the rest of the damage.
What the heck? No, what the heck's the point of protecting that? No.
She took 10 HP for you.
What did I do?
How much did I take?
What did
Five.
I do?
What about around
Colby,
What
I
did
didn't.
I do?
You didn't do anything. I didn't do it.
Oh, they did. I thought you clicked on
We are done with same-side interior angles. This is now a theorem. We have now done the proof. We are.
Again, you know the first time?
Why do we have to keep doing this?
No.
Why do you even make it a rule?
Wait, did you take
You're down to 8 HP. Be careful. This is now a theorem. Same side interior angles is now a theorem. And let's see how we're doing on time.
I did it.
We get out of here at 49. We have enough time to do this other proof as well. I didn't hear it, but if you do it again and I do catch you, you're going to lose HP.
He's gonna die. He's gonna die.
And if you die, your whole group loses 10 HP. Just a warning. You might have a referral. You might have a lunch detention.
Nobody's a healer.
All right, so let's move on. If you're a warrior, you have the ability to heal yourself if you're level 3. So we'll come back to that in a sec. Let's go ahead and be on our best behavior, everyone, as we prove that the 3 angles here, A, B, and C, add up to 180 degrees. Let's go ahead and preemptively say that this is angle A, this is angle B, and this is angle C.
I have to go to the bathroom.
So is there a...
Well, I don't know. Like, can I go during this, or do I wait, or like?
Can you wait until the homework?
Like, yeah, I guess. How long is it gonna take us to do this?
We can get through this in 10 minutes. All right, so I need help writing my given information. I don't even know if we have any. I don't think we do. And I need help writing my conclusion. Someone help me with the conclusion. Thank you, Chewy.
So, is it measure of angle A
Measure of angle A,
plus measure of angle B
measure of angle B,
plus measure of angle C
measure of angle C. That angle's a little bit not sharp. Measure of angle C,
equals 180?
180 degrees. Okay, there it is. Thank you,
Why are
Chewy.
we writing that if it's already down there?
You mock?
I'm not mocking you.
No, it's just because that's in our proof. This is not part of our proof. This is
Oh,
not.
I thought that was there, therefore.
All right. So somehow I need to get down there, and I'm going to help us because I need to tell you the hint, which is we need an auxiliary line that's parallel to one of these 3 line segments. If you've done this proof before for extra credit, you will see what's going on. Colby, help me out.
We're going to make an auxiliary line extending CA.
Extending CA. Like this?
Yeah.
All right, so you have to be careful because we can't use the fact that these 2 angles B and C add up to 180 degrees. That is now not a theorem that we can use. Do you want to use a different auxiliary line? All right, let me still give you XP. Ellery, talk to me.
What an auxiliary line that's parallel to the line segment
AB? Where do you want to put it?
Just like yeah.
Right there?
I'm not sure. I was just thinking that for.
What if I put it right there?
Well, yeah, no, I think that's better because then you can use everything like SSI, corresponding angles, and same side interior if you have 2 parallels.
That's right. Okay, so let's go ahead and everyone draw a line right here. Everyone draw a line right here. Let's go ahead and label this ABC, so we're on D and E. We need to say, by construction, that A, B, and D, E are parallel. Ellery told us that they're parallel, therefore we need to state that, and that will be our new given information. So, who can help me write that fact? I need to say that this line right here and this line, or these line segments are parallel. How do I say that those line segments are parallel? I would prefer someone new because this is stuff that is review. How do I say that this line segment and this line segment are parallel? Leo, go for it.
Angle of AB.
So hold on, it's going to be line segment, right?
Line segment AB.
Line segment AB,
Parallel to line segment DE.
DE. And why do we know that?
Because it's given.
Yep, we're giving it to ourselves.
Sweet.
We are given this auxiliary line. Thank you, Leo. There's your XP. Leo's now participated twice. Try to help people around you.
You're getting cold for Christmas.
Are you being rude to Aurelio?
No.
Yeah.
Did you not hear any of the things he said to me?
I have not.
Okay, so then you didn't hear what I said to him.
I just did, though.
No, you didn't. Oh, come on. He says all this stuff?
He says it under his breath, so I can't hear him.
That makes it even worse. Wow, nice. You see who the favorites are in this classroom.
Beverly, can you take any more damage? You'll lose 8 HP. I think you'll be fine. And Jaden, you'll have to take the remainder because she's out of AP. She can't block for you anymore.
Wow. Class cut off is irrelevant. No.
You said it wrong, That's
I said really. Why are you looking at me?
Stay after class. Okay, let's go on with the rest of the proof. Here we go. What are we doing?
What?
Here we go.
Why am I staying after class?
Because I told you to. Let's do the rest of this proof. Come on, guys. We're getting distracted. How am I going to do the rest of this proof? I'll give you a hint. There is a Z right there. There is a Z right there. How is that going to help us with the proof? The same old people, same old people. Okay, well, we need to get through this. Anna.
So B is alternate interior angle with
It's called D.
yeah, B, and then A would also be alternate interiors with. I guess we could call that E.
A and E. Okay. So how do I write both those factoids down? Those statements.
Angle B equals measure of angle B because of alternate interior, and then measure of angle A plus measure of angle E equals measure of angle A equals measure of angle E.
Measure of angle A is equal to measure of angle E by the same thing. And you might notice that I'm writing alternate interior angles a different way. This is still a valid way of writing our reasoning. You're writing this down. We saw that there are two Z's. The first Z was this Z right here. The inside pieces of the Z are equal. That's alternate interior angles. The other Z that we saw was this Z right here. The inside of that Z here and here are the same by the same reasoning, alternate interior angles. I somehow need to use the fact that these three pieces of information are on a line. How do I say that? How am I going to somehow use that information? The information that all of these three are on a line. What can I say? He's already participated so many times. We'll give it to Lorraine and we'll come back to Leo if he has another one.
Measure of angle B plus measure of angle C plus measure of angle E.
Why? So it's not quite supplementary angles. We'll just say angles on a line sum to 180 degrees. It's a little bit lengthy, but that's how we have to write it. Angles on line sum to 180 degrees. So thank you, Lorraine. We definitely need to get participation cards so I can keep track better of who's participating. I think Lorraine has participated like 3 times, Leo twice, Anna 3 or 4, India 3 or 4, Ellery 3 or 4, Colby 3, Beverly 3, Caroline 2. Same old people though. All right, I'm almost there. I somehow need to switch these out. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's happening here. I need to switch. I have A, B, and C equal to 180. Well, C goes to C. That's good. I somehow need to transform D and E into A and B. How am I going to use that? Somehow using these two facts up here. What's going to happen here? Beverly, walk us home. We're almost there.
The measure of angle D is equal to the measure of angle B.
So D turns to A, or sorry, D turns to B. So that one goes right here.
And E turns to A because they're equal.
E turns to A, so E turns to A because they're equal. And what property are you using by doing that? Substitution. Property of equality. Okay. Thank you, Beverly. We're almost done. We're almost done with the notes. I know that they're long, and these lessons from Eureka Math are long, but we got this. We now have this as a theorem. It was a statement. We knew that the interior angles of a triangle added up to 180 degrees. That was just a statement. It is now a theorem, an even stronger statement. It has a proof behind it. There's our proof behind it. We know that these three angles A, B, and C add up to 180, and here is our reasoning. Interior angles of a triangle sum to 180 degrees. Every single one of these stars, by the way, that we've written down is key for the future lessons. So if you're trying to refer back to your notes, immediately look at the star. And of course, these were our old stars. We know that vertical angles and alternate interior angles are already given to us. All right, I need to briefly talk about converses. I can get through this in 5 minutes. And if I can't, then we'll just end the lesson early. Converse. I'm going to walk us through this really fast. It's the reverse of a theorem. All you have to do is switching the if and then. Switch the if and the then, and you have a converse. The converse is just the reverse of a theorem. By the way, if you have the converse of the theorem, if the theorem was true, then the converse is true. So, if the theorem is true, then the converse is also true. Of course, if you start with a statement that is not true, then the converse will not be true. Also true. So the converse is also true. So let's come back to this note in a second, but I'm switching the if and then. Here's the if. If lines are parallel, then alternate interior angles are equal. We have this theorem already in our back pocket, in our tool belt. Look what happens. I switch the if. Instead of saying if lines are parallel, I now say if alternate interior angles are equal. Alternate interior angles are equal. And I switch the then. The then used to be alternate interior angles are equal. I'm switching it with lines are parallel. Lines are parallel. Look how those switched. I still have an if and then, but I switched the facts that follow them. It used to be lines are parallel. The lines are parallel are now down there. It used to be alternate interior angles are equal. That is now at the top. So let's try 2 on our own. I have lines are parallel, and then after that I have corresponding angles are equal. So what goes after my if statement? Quiet raised hand. I need to switch these two. What goes after my if statement? Notice that you're just switching these two. Can I please get someone new? I really want to cold call on someone. I'm switching these two. I'm going to cold call on Oscar. Switch these two. Instead of saying lines are parallel, I'm now going to say what, Oscar?
No, it's not that.
Haha, funny. Okay, so I'm now going to say what, Oscar? It's the green one. Just read it off for us. Corresponding
Angles are equal.
angles are equal. And Oscar, do the second one for us as well. If, so then
the lines are parallel.
lines are parallel. Thank you. That's all you have to write. Thank you, Oscar. Let's try another one. All you have to do is switch them. If lines are parallel, then same side interior angles are supplementary. And we can abbreviate that, of course. So my if statement now is going to be what? I'm going to cold call because I don't want to call on anyone that's participated 3 or more times. I need new people. I'm switching these two. So my if statement is going to be what? Caroline's already participated twice. I guess I can give it to her because I haven't heard from her 3 times. Go for it, Caroline. If same side interior angles are supplementary, abbreviate it like this, and then you already wrote our then for us as well, then the lines are parallel. We're done with our notes in 30 seconds. Here we go. Last little bit. Each of these converses that you've just written down right here, each of these 3 is now an additional tool in our tool belt. These are now converses of the theorems. You will be using almost all 3 of these on the homework. Each of these converses is something you will have to remember, or something you will be using in the future. On proofs. There was a lot of material that we covered today. We still have 12 minutes left of class, which means you have 12 minutes to both write your summary, and I'm going to check those because our summaries have been a little bit lackluster lately. I'm going to be checking off your summary. There are a ton of theorems, a ton of these stars to add to your summary. I should be seeing at least each of these stars in the summary, if not more. Some form of those stars in the summary. Once you finish your summary, I will hand out the worksheet. The worksheet again is going to look like this. It has 3 problems on it. I will be posting the key to this online. All right.